Hi, Capricorn. How are you guys? We talked about in the beginning of October in your general love reading about taking charge of your life, speaking your truth, right? So I kind of feel like there's a sensation of still needing to do that, still keeping things inside, still hoping that maybe somebody will read your mind, get the hint. Oh, here we go. Trust. This is like the Fool card. I'm still getting used to the webcam, sorry. Fool card. So we'll use that kind of as an overall guide, anchor for the love reading, 16th to the 31st for Capricorn. And it's not, I mean, there's kind of a sadness there, but it's more like, and it's not angry. It's more like a defensiveness. Like you feel like you're having to defend yourself all the time. Yeah, you're a little reluctant, you know, like these cards keep wanting to flip out and they just flip over instead. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles. To me, this is kind of like, if you look at this card, there's that old man there by himself, and there are people in the background and they're talking. And these dogs are paying attention to him, but the people aren't. So it's like you're kind of surrounded in your life by material stuff. All of your possessions, all of the things that you have gained. And it might not be like a total abundance, but you're done being alone in that. You want to have something substantial, stable. And the Five of Pentacles is basically saying that, you know, you want to walk away from this poverty of not having enough, whether it is material possessions or whether it is in a relationship. You know, you feel dejected. You feel dejected, the Four of Cups. You don't feel like you're getting any love. You don't feel like you can give love. So I'm curious whether you can't trust somebody or whether you really want to. You want that new beginning in your life. And it could be like a new beginning within the relationship you're in. It could be a new beginning with somebody else. It could be a new beginning within yourself so you can find what you really want and what you really need. For sure. For sure. The Moon. Sometimes people say this is secrets, but I feel like you're keeping something. You're keeping something inside, and it's a really heavy burden on you. The Ten of Wands. And the Devil card, this is you. I hate that the Devil card is Capricorn because you guys are far, far, far from that. We do have to remember that before the Bible, that Pan was the devil, basically. They turned Pan into the devil. And he was just a very strong, masculine, powerful man who placed judgment on people who deserved it. It wasn't necessarily chaining them to purgatory, but he was almost respected. Vigilante, if you will. Some people might argue with me about that. And I'm not knocking the Bible, but in any way, shape, or form. So you guys can comment if you want to, but this is very interesting, the way these things are lining up, because the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and they're like facing each other. This could either be you saying, can you just give me something Just something like, you know, it doesn't even have to be big. Just like throw me a bone. Or it could be that you want to offer somebody stability, affection, and you're not able to do that because you're feeling kind of rejected. You've been thinking about it. The universe gave you a really great idea. They handed you knowledge and information, and they said, speak your truth. Speak what you know. The Death card. Transformation. You're coming into a time where you will be feeling more abundant. You'll be feeling a necessity to start building things on your own. The Three of Pentacles. A lot of people are speaking their truth, building their own businesses, walking away from things that no longer serve them. That doesn't mean actually like leaving a relationship. That doesn't mean kicking your friends out of your life or your family. When I say things that no longer serve you, it could be a job that you were at for a really long time and you're just so tired. It could be that a change in the relationship needs to happen so you can start building from the ground up. Because maybe you jumped into it too fast, or it could just be rebuilding what's inside of you so that you can offer love to someone. The Devil could also be obsessions. You could be obsessing about this so much that it really is like weighing on you, you know? It's something that you feel so deeply. All the stuff that you keep, it's like your shadow self, you know, your shadow self. You're keeping all of this inside of you to the point of, you know, apathy. And it could be a very fake apathy. It, you know, you could be acting like, I don't care on the outside, but on the inside, you are dying to offer something to someone. It doesn't even have to be a big something, like a small token, and you don't think they're going to accept it. So you've just kind of gotten into that I don't care mode. And I don't see that with Capricorns. You guys have a lot of depth. So we have the Five of Wands. Are you fighting about money? Are you fighting about yourself? Are you fighting with yourself about money? Are you trying to gain a little more money so that you are no longer petty fighting? I really think that there is a trust thing within you. You're not trusting your own instincts. You're not trusting yourself to take that leap of faith. And it could be in a brand new beginning. It could be something that you have been wanting for so long, you know? The Knight of Swords. Coming in. Could be an air sign that you're dealing with. Somebody who's very intelligent, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Somebody who's very intelligent. Somebody who does speak their truth. Somebody who you can fight with. And petty arguments aren't always a bad thing. Because, I mean, everybody fights. It's part of life. And if you're not fighting in a relationship, it means you don't care. Now, when it's petty fighting, like just being outright mean to each other, that's different. That's different. But there's almost a defensiveness to you. Like I'm constantly having to defend my position. Why I think this way. There was a card that flipped over, and I guess I'll just, oh, there it is. You guys know how I am with cards. If it talks to me, I take it. So, right. Four of Cups. The Hermit. Could be a Virgo. Could be a Virgo that you want to project thoughts and ideas to, that you're keeping inside. Or You could just be, you know, because you're so apathetic right now, you're just sitting by yourself. You're doing things by yourself. And you're only looking at things from like, you know, a 3-foot perspective instead of way into the future. Like, what's my next step? What's my plan here? And the Four of Swords. So we have the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is kind of, I mean, yes, it's resting, it's healing. You could have just had surgery, and that's why you don't want to give love. I'm not feeling that's what this is. I'm feeling like this is also a very guarded moment where you're being the hermit. And you're not sleeping because that guy has his hand on that sword. You're not sleeping. And the Strength card, there could be a Leo in your life, or you could just be trying to build that strength within while you're doing this resting, this healing process. Something that is needed. Something that hurt you. All of this fighting over money. What are you not speaking? What is that? What is that build up inside of you that you are holding on to so tightly? Four of Pentacles. Are you saving money and not telling someone so you can walk away from something? Or are you holding on to these emotions? Are you holding on to this shadow self that really needs to come out? You need to trust your intuition. This is saying it's time. It's time to take that leap of faith. You can't stay in this position. It's very uncomfortable. I mean, that girl's just going to fall. And it's heavy. Very heavy. It's very, again, it is very heavy. 10 of Wands on top of the 10 of Wands. 3 of Swords. Why? Because you feel very emotional about something. The universe brought in this abundance of emotions inside of you. And this happened. And it does. You could have gotten like a resurgence of love for somebody. There could have been a new relationship on the horizon. And yet, why were you hurt? 3 of Hearts and the 3 of Cups. I don't think you're celebrating. Could there be other people involved? Could it be that you're waiting for somebody to come out of a relationship, maybe? Could it be that you are, you know, feeling like you don't have this support system that you so desire and need and want, and you're making a choice? 2 of Wands. Which direction do I go? This man is already looking in the direction that he wants to go. So he's made his choice. He just has to act on it. And the Wheel of Fortune. Very karmic for you. This is a karmic time. A karmic situation. You're learning a lesson. And the universe is saying, trust us. You are learning a lesson. It's time for a new beginning. And this new beginning, again, could be like in a marriage, in a relationship, where you get to rebuild on what was initially there. It could be the universe saying, this relationship has served its purpose. It has run its course. If you're single, the universe is saying you have hurts, you have traumas that you need to heal, that you need to recognize within yourself. Before you can give love to somebody else, you must love yourself. It's time. And if you don't learn these lessons, what happens? You get the Tower. Nobody likes the uncomfortable feeling of the Tower. Beginning of October, we were like, take charge. Speak your truth. Do what you needed to do to make sure you got out there. And I feel like you guys have just been sitting on that. It's not something, and maybe you did speak your truth and it wasn't received well and it broke your heart and you felt your support system. And this has just been weighing on you for a really long time. I mean, we have the Ten of Wands twice, which is an ending to needing I mean, it's so heavy, like my shoulders hurt just from looking at that card. The Wheel of Fortune, it's an ending. It's time to regain who you are. It's time to find that within you, no matter where you are in life. And if this is a job that has done this to you, and it's affecting your home life. So we have the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Wands over it. So this small, tiny offer that may not have been received well, you've been waiting to be able to do this. You've been waiting for your ships to come in. You've been waiting to be able to give stability. Even if it's not in a big way. It's like, again, just give me something. Just give me something. It doesn't have to be big. Just give me something to hold on to that I can believe in. That I can build on with the Three of Pentacles. Give me a little bit of affection and emotion. And this may be inside of you that you need to find. You need to find your own stability. You need to find your own love and affection for yourself that you can rebuild on. Because if you're waiting and waiting and waiting for something, but you don't have that strength within, we have the Three of Pentacles here twice. There's definitely a rebuilding, We definitely need to rebuild something. We need to transform. We're constantly evolving. Relationships are constantly evolving. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. There's always transformation because we are constantly changing who we are. I feel like I know what you need to say. The Five of Pentacles. You feel left out. You feel like you've done all you can. There's no more I can give. I need somebody to offer me something as well. So take that leap of faith, Take that leap of faith that it's time to transform. Have that strength within you. Take the leap of faith, knowing that this is the karmic cycle. And what do I mean by taking that leap of faith? Trusting yourself to be who you are, not what somebody else wants you to be, not what somebody else expects you to be. Because that's exhausting, On Death card, the Tower. I hate that I have to say I love my job, but I knew that this was coming. Something has to be rebuilt, right? Something has to be transformed because it was unstable. It was not right. It was broken. If that means getting counseling within your marriage, if that means rebuilding who you are inside, remember who you are. And the Tower is not mass destruction. It doesn't have to be. It's just very uncomfortable. And if you don't realize the lesson, if you don't learn the lesson, the Tower could be a lot more uncomfortable than it originally was designed to be. I mean, that looks terrible, right? People like falling out of the tower and dying. That's not what it has to be. So what do you rebuild? Wow, I didn't even have to get the whole question out. You just told me. What do you need to rebuild? Your self-respect. Ten of Swords. Not beating yourself up, not saying those. We have 3 tens. This is the end. This is the end of a cycle. Karmic. Not beating yourself up with all of those words. I'm not good enough. Why can't I be loved? Why am I not being able to get affection? Why does everybody else get things and I don't? Why? Why me? Why me? I feel like that's what you guys are saying. Why me? Because you're so good. You're good people. And, you know, I mean, if you're cross-watching and you are with a Capricorn and you're like, he's not a good person. He deserves the tower. You know, yes, everybody deserves the tower. We all have to fall. We all have to fall and we all have to get back up and keep going and rebuilding from the ground up. Start over again. So, Wheel of Fortune, karmic lesson. You got to have strength because there's transformation on the horizon. The tower is coming down. And then you get to start all over again. And that's the beauty of being a soul, having a human existence. We all get to evolve. We all get to learn lessons. And that is a gift. It's not something to take lightly, but it's not something to feel like you're all alone, because you're not. You're not alone. Everybody has to go through this. I went through it. It was hard. Months. It felt like years, but it was only a couple of months. And it is very uncomfortable, especially for earth signs, because we don't like to show emotion. We like to show how stable we are and strong, and we can do this, and we're the leaders. And a lot of other signs don't understand earth signs. Why? Because all the other signs are fluid. Fire moves in and out. Air moves in. You can't even see air. Water just rolls. And here we sit. And we're grounded. And we're stable. And other signs are like, I don't understand how you can just be. Don't you want to get up and go? Sure. We do want to get up and go. And we're very strong to do it. Other signs look up to us and say, wow, that person's really strong. But we also hold things in so we can keep that mask on, that facade. That we are strong, we are stable, and we don't always have to be. So, I have said embrace the tower to several signs. What do I mean by that? Embrace the destruction that has to come down. Embrace it. Because once that destruction comes down, once that transformation happens, you get to start rebuilding. You get to take that leap of faith knowing you can trust in what the universe has for you, regardless of whether you're in a relationship and that needs to be rebuilt. But I'm really feeling like this is within Capricorn. Capricorn needs to rebuild that confidence, that knowing who they are, because Capricorns are confident. Sometimes people think they're really arrogant. I don't see them that way because I admire Capricorns. They will climb that mountain. They will climb that mountain. They will climb that mountain. And if they don't get to the top, it's like they beat the crap out of themselves. But they are persistent. Nothing wrong with that. And Capricorns don't think of themselves a lot. They're always giving to others. Always. and you get tired of it. So take care of yourself. Rebuild. Embrace the Tower. Embrace the transformation. Do it with the strength of a Leo. Do it with the stability of a Capricorn, the strength of a Capricorn. And trust that you're going to be taken care of, right? So I'm actually really excited for you guys because things like this just have to happen. They just do, you know. I'm excited. I can't say enough. Like, I want to keep on talking and keep on talking and keep on talking, but that's just life. We have things to do, right? So I'm going to tell you guys a couple things real quick. I am doing specials through the end of October because we hit, you guys, we hit, was it 3,000 or 4,000? Anyway, yeah, we hit 3,000 and now we're over 4,000. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even remember why I did the special, but I'm doing it because you guys are wonderful. It's been a really long month. So $10 off of any personal reading service. Take advantage of it because it will be the end of the month. I might extend it a couple of days since I'm kind of late getting some of these out, but for now it is till the end of the month. And I'd really like to talk to you guys. That would be great, or get videos for you. So email me, let me know. All of the information is in the box just below the video, so just click it. And I will see you guys for the beginning of November. Bye.